Welcome back to Kin in Line. I make this part 68, but as we know, that could be wrong. So in 1983, I went with Anne to a place called Cofimvaba. We took the local barman at the Bonsbay Hotel, Chawe. We took him home to his sort of ancestral home just for a day to sort of see his people and whatever. And anyway, I did this sketch straight onto gelatin, kind of soft. It's a soft wood. I used just felt tip pen, and then when I got back, I converted it into a woodcut. So it looks quite nice here. Bear in mind that this is inverted, but this is one of the villages at Cofimvaba in the Transkei I. It's an area where Chris Hani, the assassinated leader of the South African Communist Party, grew up. So, yeah, if it focuses, you can see it's signed by me in 83. Cofimvaba. It's was a click with a C. Cofimvaba. And there's these rondavels thatched. Always, this was pure coincidence, but that little figure there looks like it's a mother kicking her armless son out of the house. It's totally unintentional. Anyway, so this was done in Cofimvaba, and then I've got a few drawings from that visit. So this is a sketch I did of the area. So it's up in the mountains, quite close, I suppose, to the foothills of the Drakensberg. And then there was this guy in traditional dress, smoking a traditional African pipe. These are always very long pipes. Yep. When you think about it, these are quite historic pictures. I wonder if people still live like this. So there was women, again, the one on the right with a long pipe. Maybe there was virtue in having a long stem to a pipe. So they were just sitting, soaking up the sun outside a rondavel, I would guess. And then it was midwinter, so everybody was dressed very warmly. And I've still got these army issue pieces of card. So I might even have drawn on both sides. Yeah, in fact, I started the drawing there, but I think that's quite a nice profile. I didn't draw Chawi, actually, which is a pity. These were some of his friends. All with these beanie type things on. And another chap. He's got a more conventional pipe, I think. I've always liked this one. Yeah, very. So even though it's a bit of a sacrifice to travel, whatever it was, a couple of 100 k's, this is a little child standing, I think, on a bucket, upturned bucket, outside a rondavel. So it might have been a bit of a sacrifice, but it was certainly worth it for us, for me, drawing-wise. Then I've plucked these out. This is still when I was under the spell of the military and I had a moustache. So this would have been done in the early 80s. And then I watercolored it later. Trying to get those eyes in focus. Oh, you wouldn't want to mix with this, okay. You can see a trained assassin. And then here he is in a less intimidating look. Two types of pen, soft pencil, and then it looks like black pen, or very hard pencil. These are all autobiographical, but this camera doesn't like spread out little lines. Doesn't know what to do with them, so we'll spare it. Also a self-portrait, but kind of done in a flourish, really. As you can see, I went through some stages. This was probably after I got my next call up to go and play soldiers. And yeah, I had a bit of fun. Watercolor and crayon. Oil pastel to make it sound impressive. Of course, the intensity of those blue eyes, that doesn't really do justice to the real thing. So I was still probably working for the PFP at this point. And this was Madge, who I showed earlier, very short woman struggling to reach her typewriter. Anyway, that's from life. This time it's from life. We're back using canvas cards. And here's proof, another of our old ducks elderly ladies who came to help out. Polling District 1127, I think that was the Quigney. And another guy. I think this one works quite well. The dreaded cup of tea keeps all officers moving. And then sketched at some PFP conference prayer maybe, or maybe in the office if she would just come into focus, because this is quite a good drawing. Yeah. Things wastes a lot of time focusing. It's got quite a look in her eye. And look at that mouth. Vaguely remember this guy, but I can't put a name to him. Also a PFP. I think he stood for the PFP in Queenstown. So we had to look after the whole of the Transkei, the border region, right up to Grahamstown. That was the regional office, Eastern Cape. But not much success. But we kept the flag of liberalism, proper liberalism, not the stuff that's happening in America, but non-racism, the individual liberty, freedom of speech, that sort of thing. We kept that going. Yeah, another one of our PFP stalwarts and probably a candidate in one of the elections. A lot of them were farmers. Puffing on his pipe. And then we had farmers and we had academics from Rhodes University, quite a few of them. So this guy looks slightly somewhat academic. And I quite enjoy this distortion. If only he would focus nicely. Other of our older, I think we went up to Queenstown for a regional sort of conference or something, Eastern Cape, PFP. And these I probably did up there. I mentioned Bunny Stevens earlier. This is not a very flattering shot of him, but he chaired that seminar. You can see the jug of water in the foreground. Bunny was already in his late 60s, probably early 70s, having been principal of Selborne Primary for decades, much loved. And it was quite an emotional time when he passed away. And this actually this was done at a PFP public meeting. You can just see the words party in English and Afrikaans. So a big banner behind him, as he's, whoever this guy is, speaking at a lectern. So just wish I could focus in nicely. And still on a political bent, this is from a drawing from a photograph, hence the detail and lifelessness, likeness but lifeless. So this was Owen Horwood, who was the finance minister under the National Party for many years, and one of the few English speakers in the cabinet. And of course, there was a joke going around at the time: how does the finance minister earn his money or get his money? Like any other Horwood. Yeah. And likewise, this was done from a photo, and this is Dr. Marius Barnard. Now, people have heard of Professor Chris Barnard, who did the world's first heart transplant on humans. Marius was part of that team, I understand, at Transkei I, and he joined the PFP, and it was another big breakthrough for South Africa, because here were a lot of stalwart Afrikaners abandoning the National Party to join the pro non-racial democratic sort of party, which was what the Progressive Federal Party represented. So ultimately we won, even though we handed power to the ANC, who proceeded to abuse it. But let's leave it at that for now. With Marius Barnard, cheers.